Hi everybody, it's Lissa, and I am going to demonstrate the faux silk technique today. This is for a technique swap with my team, and I'm really excited. This is an old technique, but it's timeless. It really looks amazing with any kind of stamp set. So let's learn how to make this. The first thing you're going to need is tissue paper, and this is just cheapo gift tissue, gift wrap from the dollar store. So nothing fancy there. You're also going to need a piece of just throwaway cardstock in some sort of neutral color that will be going under the tissue, and that prevents it from being see-through. So you won't see the card base through there. It'll just look white. You can use colored tissue if you want. I just always have white on hand, so we can add color with ink, right? We don't need to have all the different colors in tissue. So I'm going to protect my surface here because ink will go right through the tissue paper. So I am using Rich Razzleberry today and the Painted Poppy stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp right on my tissue randomly, random in air quotes there, because we all know that random is actually really not random. But I started in the center so that I can work my way out to the edges. And I'm twisting the stamp every time I stamp. I'm turning it a different direction. So it does look random. Just going to use a smaller stamp in here to get a little more interest. So go ahead and stamp all over the tissue, right off the edges. The very edges won't show, but you might as well make sure everything has image. Okay, and it's dry immediately because tissue paper is very drying. So I'm going to get rid of this. Now, actually I'll leave that open. Crumble that up. Oh, just like that. First time I did that I was like, oh, I ruined it. No, it's tougher than that. When you spread it out, however, make sure that you do not smooth out all the wrinkles. Leave it quite wrinkly still. See how that's pretty wrinkle there. Okay, we'll set that aside for just a minute. Then take your blank piece for the underneath, and you want to use the Tombow liquid glue with the wedge tip so that you can spread a super fine layer over your whole piece. Oops. I hate glue. I'm such a messy stamper. Glue is my nemesis. But the wedge tip does help to get it nice and flat so you don't have any big globs of glue. Alright, so when you've got the whole piece coated, it does not have to be a thick coat at all. It can be very thin. In fact, we used to do this with glue stick, and that would work just fine too. Then you take your still wrinkly tissue paper and plop it down on top, but don't smooth it out. Just press it down just the way it is, all wrinkly, and it will adhere to the glue. You can press it down with a click block. That's better. That keeps your fingers clean. Cool. I wish you could see this. I'm going to hold it up a little closer and hope that you can see the pattern. Hopefully that works. So that's all there is to that, and then we're going to sponge. Sometimes the glue under there will make the ink run a little bit, so if that doesn't happen, great, but if it does, you can just add a little sponged color here and there and it will look like it was supposed to happen. So I'm just going to add a little bit of lavender in there. Pretty. I love that poppy stamp set because you can use any color with it and it just looks amazing. You can just trim off this excess, or you can fold it around to the opposite side and it will leave the most cool finished edge. I'm sure you can't see that on the video, but it leaves a really nice finished edge. We'll just do that all the way around. And then you put that on the card base. And you have a really lovely background paper for pennies. I mean, seriously, you can get a huge amount of cards from one thing of tissue paper. Yeah, I didn't leave enough overlap there. So this one's gonna just be trimmed off probably with scissors, but there you go, super pretty. The other thing I did to kind of gussy up my card was take some shimmer paint. Be sure to shake it up. And then a wide paintbrush with a fan end on it. So I'm not getting globby bits of paint anywhere. It's very light, very delicate. And I'm just barely brushing it on the cardstock to just pick up some of those ridges and lines. Those pretty wrinkles. This is one project where wrinkles are a good thing. No ironing involved. That's pretty. I messed up my corner. Okay. There you go. So that's the faux silk technique. Very pretty. Like I said, nothing new, but I haven't seen it around in a while, so maybe it's time to bring it back, huh? Thanks for watching.